Hello everyone, myself Mrinal Locker. I am a student of Pilani WIP program for MTech in software engineering. So today I am going to demonstrate a simple application which has been developed in Flutter using SQLite to uh, insert, fetch, update and delete data from SQLite database. To develop this application, first I install Flutter in my Windows device. Then I checked the command like Flutter doctor whether all the parameters to run this Flutter application is currently enabled or not. Okay, to run or develop this application, generally we need the Android SDK as well as Visual Studio, but Visual Studio is not mandatory. So you can see in the Flutter Doctor app, it check whether the Flutter, you can see the Flutter is enabled, Windows version is okay, then Android toolchain is okay, Android Studio to version number 2022 to all are fine except Visual Studio, which is not required for this purpose, right? So in the Android SDK, we need to first check whether the appropriate SDK platform, SDK tools are enabled or not. Okay, due to the storage limitation in the SDK platform, I have only considered Android 12 operating system and 13. Okay, so you can also enable Android 11, 10, 9 to test your application in that for this compatibility. In the SDK tools, we need to enable the Android SDK command line tools, then Android emulators to test the application's looks and feel, code and to test the code, etc. Then Android SDK platform tools that needs to be enabled. Apart from that, we also need to add the device manager. So to test my application, I have created a device Google Pixel XL API 33. Okay, and I have already run that device. So you can see this is my the device Android Google Pixel. Okay, and I have already run my application. That is why the Flutter app is running here. Okay, so you can see in my Flutter application, generally the three parts are there. One is app bar, where I have put the title of my application, that is Flutter, SQLite and CRUD. Then there is a search button and there is a menu button. Currently these are not in working mode. For design purpose I have included here. So this white section is the body section of my application, and this is the footer part. And I have also added a floater button here. Okay, so once I click in this Flutter app, it will enable the data entry form. Since this is the application for capturing the student data, I have only included two fields, student name and roll number. Okay, so and along with a save button. The system has been designed such a way, once we press this save button, the data which I will put in these two fields will insert in the SQL database. Okay, so I'm going to enter a student name, Renal Locker, and suppose The roll number is 1 2 3 4 5 6. Once I pressed in this save button, data has been already successfully added to the student table of SQLite database. And after that, I have developed the code such a way that it will retrieve the data, the entered data from the SQL database, and it will list in the body section of this application. Okay, so this mineral logger, student name, roll number are fetched from the SQLite database. So till now that I have already shown the insertion and retrieval part. These two buttons has been put here to showcase the edit operation and delete operation. First, I am going to showcase the edit operation. So I would like to update my title, suppose, as well as the roll number 6 instead of 5, 6 and 7. Okay, and once I press the update button, so it will update the data in the SQLite database. You can see here Minal Sharma, then the roll number. After that, if I press this delete button, it will delete the data from the SQLite database. Okay, successfully deleted the data. So this is the only simple operation for this application, Flutter application. So I also wanted to showcase the my code here. Okay, so basically this is the application framework. Okay, the 3-4 part is very mandatory one. Just a minute, let me, yeah, by default the main Dart is automatically created when we install the Flutter. Okay, for this application I have updated, modified the main Dart as well as pack spec YAML is a configuration file. So where we have to add all the dependency required for that application. So since I have included footer in my application, that is why in the dependency part I have included footer. So SQLite to enable the SQLite database with the Flutter app application as well as Pathfinder. We can also mention the particular version of the SQLite Pathfinder, but I have put here as any, so it will automatically add the dependency as per the requirement. In the main part, you can see, although we can also segregate the main, then home page, then any additional page in separate files, but since it is a very simple application, I have included all my code for insert, edit, delete and retrieval operation in the single main.dart file. So you can see in the main app, in the main.dart file, so see home, constant home page. So instead of this we can also refer a different file, but since I have included all the code in my main.dart file only, that is why I have called this class from this during building the application, right? So home page stage, refresh students, it is also a function, and you can see that I have added text editing controller. These are the by the libraries comes from the Flutter inbuilt one. and see I for inserting, updating, deleting and retrieving the data from SQLite database, we have considered three fields: student name, roll number and ID. Student name and roll number, it will be captured from UI itself, but ID will be generated, it will be auto generated. It has been handled in the SQL helper.dart file. Okay, so this section show model button, see, that is used for the model window to capture the student and roll number. Okay, so here you can see. Yes, this is the model window, student name, roll number. So once I click in this plus button, so this model, this function is called. Okay, the text field has been considered for capturing the student name. Then again text field, another text field for capturing the roll number. Then button, elevated button. Okay, on pressed it will check, because we have considered a single button for carry out editing as well as inserting operation. Okay, so in case of if id is null, then it will call the add item function to insert the data, and if suppose already the data has been retrieved and we are going to update the data, in that case id will be available, and once we click on the update button, it will call the update item function, right? So you can see update, then delete, same thing is happening. And you can see this one, uh, scarf fold messenger. This is used for this snack bar is used for to show the message after that event. Suppose in case of delete function, the event will be successfully deleted a student. So to show that particular message, the snack bar has been used. Okay, so this is the UI part. As I mentioned, there are three sections. One is app bar, that is the code for showing the icon menu in the left side. Then this is for showcase the title, and this is used for search button. Currently these are not functioning, but for design purpose these two button has been used. Then in the body part, list view builder has been considered to after retrieving the information. In this section we are showing this data, right? So you can see the student name, it is pulled from the database. This is a floating button, and in the lower part this is the footer part. So I would also like to showcase the file used for database section. So I have created a SQL_helper.dart file. Okay, and I have imported the package SQLite dart as well as foundation.dart. So first I have created this table: create table students, id integer, primary key, auto increment not null, student name is in the text type, data type, roll number in text data type, and I have also inserted a created at field with system default timestamp. Then I have opened this database, Then for insert the data, this function has been used. Okay, this is for retrieving of data. This is for updating data. This is for deleting the data. So that is the overall demonstration of my Flutter app. Thank you.